What's up, everybody? Your guy, the top DCI story. So I'll try my level best to keep this within 10 minutes so that it's also not too long, and also I'll try my level best not to mention a lot of unnecessary details, so that it's clear that unachomea mtu mwingine ama you're painting them in bad picture. So a few things that happened I will not say, but I'll use an example maybe. I'll use code words. Okay, then also I'll not mention names. All right. Okay, wacha nipige 10 minutes before watoto watoke class wanipate hapa na hizi mushene unnecessary. Okay, so the DCI story. So what happens, let me put it in context. I'll try and talk a bit faster because in 10 minutes only, TikTok inachukua 10 minutes. So situations are happening. There's a situation that kept on happening over and over and over and over and over, and I tried to talk about it 1,000,001 times and it was not changing, amongst many other situations. I've just told you the Rosie story, Chantel, and many others. So what do? So I call the uncle. Okay, the uncle is a police. Yes, Akobo Parklands police station. And I call him. I'm like, hey, Niaje, we need to talk. Pull up to the crib. The uncle is her best friend and is the father figure in her life. So the uncle comes to the crib, we sit down and we talk, and I tell him, hey, your daughter is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and this one is not well. Let's try and talk. And the uncle talks to her for a minute there. Oh, nini, kwani, nini, try and change this and whatever. And I'm like, hey, now this one is the last strike, because now if this doesn't happen, I'm out. The uncle's like, no, you don't have to be out. Situations can just be sorted, nini. I'm like, nope. Yeah. And I think I also have the video when the uncle was driving away na ile bike ya polisi. When he was riding away, I think you can have video, so I'll try and check it. If I find it, well, yeah. So they talk and she says, okay, I'm gonna work on this and work on this and work on this. Hata ikupita siku tatu, same shit happens. I'm like, 1 week later, pop, another one. I'm like, apanoma. So we're chatting with her and I text her. I'm like, hey, yo, mimi nimefika mwisho, A, B, C, D, this and this cannot happen, and I'm out. I've even gotten another crib and nini. She's like, no, you can't leave, nini. As usual, anytime we used to have a conversation, wiponi yake ilikuwa ni kulia hivi. Hey, yo nimejionea kitu kidogo tu hivi, na pia by the way kusolve my situation. You sit down, you're like, let's talk about this. No, mister, I don't want to talk about it, mister. Also, she doesn't apologize. Yeah. By the way, she reached out and I think she sent an email. You can block everywhere, but the email was not even for an apology. It was just like, hey, we miss you, miss us. Yeah, if I find it, I'll also put it over here. Okay. Yeah, so that shows you the type of person we're dealing with. So one time nimeona imefika mwisho, so many watafuta crib nimepata, nikapanga na Omosh na Munez, nikamwambia ni aje, go pick the kiddos, pick my clothes, nini, my 1-2-1-2, the necessities that I need. Vamus, move to this crib. Now me, I take the shorty, we go to Kitengela tukula nyama, but I know I can't leave the house if she's there. If I leave the house and she's there, it's gonna get violent, it's gonna get chaotic, itakuwa manduru and everything. Also, I don't want the kids to see that story, because also she had a toy, and the toy, an amazing toy. He's a genius. I love him until now, and we struck a very serious bond with him. And story for now, I feel very sorry for the boy, but it's fine. I actually still have his picture with me on my wall. Hapo kwa wall yangu miupita with that boy there. Yeah, it's an amazing boy. Anyway, side story. So I also didn't want the boy to see. So what happens? The boy's still in school. My kiddos are in school. I think 2 of them were in the house. I think it was Rosie, Big Boss, and Brianna. Ada and Lola, I think, had gone to their mother's place or something. So we go to Kitengela. We kula nyama nini. So coming back, we're on the expressway. So we just start talking as usual. I'm like, hey, we need to talk about this. As usual, no, we can't talk about this. So it was argument from Mlolongo all the way to Westlands. I'm like, no, we've had this conversation time and time again. This and this and this is not changing. This and this is not changing. Jama mekata. We came all the way. So we get to Shell, opposite Safaricom. I'm going for a meeting. I'll see you later. She chomokas the car, gets a cab home. Me, I move to the new Kribo. So I'm waiting for my mom to call me, or the uncle is like, hey, Nadia amefika kwa keja, amepata umetoka rada. That didn't happen. She didn't call, she didn't text, she didn't do nothing. The following day we've gone to give Badman the shamba. Tumeenda huko, me, my manager Roba, I think with the Mosh Munez, the team huko, tumeenda huko Konza nini. So naangalia hivi simu, I think it was kitu 4 something. Naona we used to have a joint account. Naona imecleaniwa. I'm like, So I text her, what's up? I'm like, hey Rada, I've seen you've cleared the bank account plan. And then also hizo ma seats that tulikuwa tumechukua, hizo ni zile viti za, so there's this facility that hawa wase wanachukuanga when you buy something same as cars nini, you take it on hire purchase, so you pay some amount then ulipa pole pole. Nikamwambia also those seats that nimekuacha nazo hapo kwa crib, I bought them here, you know, and I normally pay, so also you need to be making those payments. She didn't respond. I'm like, okay, cool, I keep quiet, because I think those seats that are taken were quite expensive. They were over 400 and something G's. Yeah. Anyway, side story. She didn't respond. So me, I shaki na Roba. I'm like, I'm like, hey, niaje, hey, money has been withdrawn from the joint account, nini, hey, nini, whatever. She didn't respond. The following morning, so me, I've gotten home. I'm like, we'll sort this badai. Haikuwa pesa mingi, pesa kidogo. Let's do what? We'll sort it badai. Maybe she's angry, she's lashing out. I keep quiet. The following morning, na mushona auntie, because normally when I get to sleep, I always put my phone on silent. If I don't, I will not be able to sleep. My calls, nini, my text, notifications. So I knock, niaje, and I knock, kafungua. Omosh anasema umpigie. I'm like, hey, Omosh, that's strange. So I call Omosh, niaje. Omosh anambia, hey, tumeshikwa. I'm like, meshikwa? What do you mean meshikwa? Ati tumekujiwa kwa nyumba wanasema tumeiba mali. I'm like, huh? What do you mean? Tumeiba. I'm like, mko wapi? Ati sijui tunaenda wapi, but nimesikia naenda Gigiri police station. I'm like, okay, cool. So drop me a pin, live location. I'm dressing up, I'm following you guys right now. Akasema sawa. So mimi nani nimeshawa teke nikapigia my manager Roba, nikamwambia Roba ni aje hii situation, unaona ile story nilikwambia jana, imefanyika hivi na hivi. I suspect is that one. Tuingie huko hivyo tuone nini nafanyika, because now we know we are innocent and all that. Cool. Tumeenda, nimechukua Roba pap. We are cruising teke. Tunafika hivi side ya nimechukua Roba kile tunakam hivi, about to get to Red Hill Road. Napigiwa na beshte yangu anaitwa Mani Bior. In the morning, he's never called me in the morning. He only pigia afternoon. Hey, uko wapi? Tuende pit stop nini? He has a very nice club by the on Langata Road. It's called Pit Stop. You should pass by. Kuku iko hapo. Amazing. So Roba is like, hey, uko wapi G? Niko like, naenda hivi meeting fulani nini? Akamwambia kuja kwangu. Kama swache hivi niende meeting, akanambia no, kuja kwangu saizi. I think that was God that was working. I didn't know, because ajai nipigie in the morning. So I tell Roba, tukimbie tuangalie Mani Biora anasemaje, and then ndio tukimbie Gigiri. So I pull up in his place, I find a couple of people, just good vibes. Oh, mimi nimeona tu leo nimeamka tu nikifikiria nikupigie nini. I'm like, okay. Ulikuwa unaenda wapi? Nikamwambia nilikuwa naenda hivi nimepigiwa. So I just tell him, my boy, nimeenda Gigiri, nimesikia. Gigiri, let me send my lawyer. Atuma lawyer wake huko. Lawyer kufika napata sasa tumepangiwa. Sasa sisi ni wezi. So Omosh and Munez are unknown people to her, and they went and they robbed the house, they vandalized the place, they beat up the house managers. By the way, tulitoka na house manager moja tukacha moja because of the toy. Na hata nilituma Omosh kwa shule kwenda kuchukua mtoi, I'm drop home nini, because kwa nataka jue what is happening during that time. Okay, aya, so wamepiga house manager, wamerob hao, wamevandalize nini, wameiba 2.5 million. That was the initial story. So DCI wameningoja. So mimi nilikuwa nikifika tu hivi DCI, so akina Omosh walishikwa, ndio nikifika hivi DCI nitupwe ndani. So lawyer anaambiwa hiyo story akiwa huko. Na akina Omosh sasa washaka kwa cell. Rada nini wanako kwa cell kwa nini? No. That was our joint home. I have da. Oh no nini. So DCI huko wanasema ambieni Obinna akuja hapa kwa police station ama tumkujie. Mani Biora akanambia usiende bro, huko umepangiwa, tushapanga, acha lawyers wa sort. Let's first get the cash bail for kina Omosh nini and everything. Aya, ikaanza hiyo story sasa, cash bail how much nini. Ilikuwa asubuhi, remember akina Omosh walikuwa wanaachwa jioni, I think to 4-5 something. Hawataki waache, wamesema wazi wachiliwa, whatever. It's just situation after situation. We paid a lot of money. Actually Mani Biora alilipa. Okay. And then you know when it's a public interest story, a lot of people are involved. So kulikuwa na tu watu hapo, tu maofisas, tu nini, tu mawakili, everything nini. So kina Omosh wakatolewa hiyo 4 PM. So wakakam, wakanipata hapo kwa Mani Biora. Wait for part 2 of this story.